Mac is back once again. Conor McGregor coming back with an amazing documentary coming out. When is it coming out? May 17th. This thing is coming out. I wanted to give some of my thoughts on that, as well as Molly McCann. We have an opponent, we have a date, we have everything. She is coming back after that brutal loss at MSG. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share. The question of the day is, when are you going to watch this Conor McGregor documentary? You're gonna watch it the first day it comes out, within the week. Like, how excited are you guys? Because I want to engage the excitement. Anyway, guys, let's get into this. This video is sponsored by Ret. Make sure to check them out in the link in the description and use code JACK10 to get 10% off of the best MMA merchandise, streetwear, and all of that. Go check it out in the link in the description and enjoy the video. The Mac is back, like I said. Conor McGregor, man, I couldn't be more excited. We got The Ultimate Fighter coming May 30th, and this documentary serves as a perfect appetizer for the hype of the McGregor return. Obviously, Conor is going to be fighting Michael Chandler some point at the end of the year, and I gotta say, I think Conor McGregor is really smartly hyping up his comeback, because at the end of the day, Conor McGregor is one of the best showmen in mixed martial arts, and he gets the game. He knows how to sell pay-per-views. This is a perfect example. Right away, May 17th, documentary. 13 days later, we're gonna have The Ultimate Fighter, and then at the end of The Ultimate Fighter, we're going to probably have the announcement of when Conor McGregor is going to fight Michael Chandler. So we're basically gonna have 6 months of just all hype of Conor McGregor. Everybody talking about him. Everybody talking about what happened on the show, what happened on the documentary, leading up to the fight. I mean, this fight might be ginormous by the time we get to it. Like, I know right now it might just seem like another Conor McGregor fight, but I could honestly see this fight being a huge deal and going into the mainstream. And Michael Chandler is a great opponent to do this with. While we know Michael Chandler isn't the type to talk trash so much, he is a very exciting fighter. Like, we see in a lot of his fights, none of his fights are boring, even his losses. And I just think that this is a very smart play from Conor McGregor. Now, what is this documentary about? Now, we've heard about this documentary all the way from when Conor McGregor lost to Dustin Poirier in 2021, where Conor broke his leg. He said that there was clips in the documentary of him training with an already injured leg, showing that, hey, this was an injury that he had already sustained. And it looks like Netflix picked a perfect opportunity to film Conor, because I guess they are also going to film his comeback, him healing from the leg injury. Like, we see Conor talking in the hospital, kind of saying he has a little bit of regret about how he handled that loss.
This is not over. If we have to take this outside with him, it's all outside. We don't give a bollocks.
Now, it was the adrenaline as well, and I know I would have calmed down. And like, part of me's thinking, Jesus, imagine it was just taken from me like that. I would be a different person, and it was a bit scary to be.
Saying him screaming in the octagon was him full of adrenaline, and saying that he's actually kind of scared of the person that he became in that moment. Saying that if he actually wasn't able to compete again, he probably would be a very bad person, which is an interesting perspective that Conor gives of himself. And I've been excited for this documentary. Honestly, I forgot it was coming out until I saw this trailer. Perfect time, because yes, while it has been years of filming, it's going to perfectly lay up to the Ultimate Fighter and to that Conor McGregor fight. I think it's going to be ginormous, and of course Conor has incentive, because yes, he does get the pay-per-view shares. I think this is a brilliant move from Conor McGregor, and I'm super excited for this fight. Let me know what you guys think about this documentary. I'm waiting to see a little bit more footage. We kind of just saw one clip. But in other news, Molly McCann. Yes, we all know Meatball Molly. She got demolished at MSG, no offense. And I like Molly McCann. Look, I know a lot of people don't like her. A lot of people think she's cringe when she goes to the crowd with a UFC belt after beating a non-ranked opponent, but I think she's a pretty exciting fighter. And well, yes, I don't think that she's going to be a fighter that necessarily is going to go down as one of the greatest female fighters of all time. I think she has a very exciting style. She's tough. She's able to throw down. I mean, it took a while for Molly to tap to that Kimura, so she's completely game. And I think that the UFC has completely fumbled Molly McCann. We've seen them give privilege to a lot of other UFC superstars, like Sean O'Malley, that hasn't really fought a grappler yet. You could arguably say Conor also had a little bit of privilege, but the guy fought Dustin Poirier in his third fight. Like, even he had struggles. But like, when you look at other guys, like, even Hamza, he got jumped up the ranking. Credit to Molly McCann, because they are feeding her killers right now. And I shouldn't say killers, they're just bad matchups for Molly. Like the last matchup against Erin Blanchfield, totally bad matchup. We saw that it ended in the first round, and she was a grappler, and now she's going to be fighting Julija Stoliarenko, and that is such a hard name to say. Like, I just said this thing 5 times, but she's going to be fighting her at UFC London, I assume, on the main card. And Julia is a grappler. Like, we saw her basically break Jessica Rose Clark's arm. Like, that thing like looked like it was dangling off, and she has a lot of armbar submissions. Like, that's her specialty. Now, the big question mark going into this one is that Julia is coming down a weight class, and she struggled to make 135 pounds. So you would think that this is a little bit of a weird matchup. So is there a possibility that she could be drained from this weight cut? I don't know. We're gonna have to see. But she has missed weight before at 135, so I'm curious to see how that cut to 125 is. This is a bad matchup, I think, for Molly McCann, though. This is we saw her just get dominated from Erin Blanchfield not that long ago, and I'm sure that she has made improvements to her ground game. I'm just not sure how much improved she could get. But that's basically everything in the MMA world. Let me know what you guys want to see next in the next next video. Go tune into my last video about Nate Diaz because YouTube doesn't want to promote it because it talks about some naughty thing that Nate Diaz has been up to. So go check that out. It's on the screen. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.